Okay, so while the other one's chilling out, I'm gonna go drill the hole for the axle on this one. So I'm not sure how far we should make it. Yeah, they're both made out of steel, so as you can see, they fit. It's nearly identical. So I have a feeling that we should have cut this longer. It's too short, but well, it's like I said, it's the first prototype. Hopefully, if we need to make it longer, we'll just have to make another one. So it's no big deal. I got plenty of steel, as you can see. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is there's a hole right here that we need to drill, and I'm going to drill exactly the same size as that, but I'm going to make it a little bit farther out. Maybe, so this one is like kind of in a little bit. I'm gonna make it like half of that, and I'm going to do it from the other side too. So I'm just going to hold them right next to each other. And like, I want to make it halfway, sort of, kind of. And then, so I'm saying it was halfway between this and this, just in case it sticks out. It sticks out a little bit more. Okay, so next I'm going to go color in the spot that the hole's in. Okay, maybe like I'll draw across the center. That's right, I'll just color it in. Okay, so that's what I need to drill right there. I hold it right in the center. It's not exactly in the center. That's fine, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just, but yeah, it has to be able to fit in the groove, so you got to make sure you drill that properly. I'm surprised it didn't center perfectly. Okay, so basically I just want to get rid of that whole block. Okay, so what I've done is use a spring-loaded punch to punch the center of the hole out. Hopefully I got it. Hopefully I got it in the hole. We'll see. If it's off a little bit, we're just gonna have to grind this more to get it to align. This is a little more precision work than I thought it would be. Okay, so I'm probably gonna use a step bit for this since the hole is pretty big. Probably this one right here. Let me see which one what step I need to use to get down. Okay, I pretty much have to go like halfway. That's like a 1/2 inch hole or something. I remember it's like 12 millimeters, I think. So I got to drill it halfway. Okay, I got everything all set up. Here we go. Okay, it's a little bit off, unfortunately. I think we have to go one more step though. Let me see. Yeah, we gotta go one more step. So just double checking, but I think I did an okay job. so there's the hole. I think that's good. We're gonna check it out, compare it to the last one. I mean the one on the fender. I think we're good. Yeah, that's it's pretty close, or it's just a tad too small. So if it's a little bit small, we can ream it out with a reamer. So that's no big deal. So I think we can install it now. Hopefully it works. All right, so that's HadesOmegaSpec handiwork there. So hopefully, okay, checked it out. It looks like it might work. So fingers crossed. So I'm just gonna smoothen out some of the where I drilled it here, this little bit here. Okay, that looks pretty smooth there. Maybe there's a little bit of a burr here. Okay, so here I have a copy of one of those washers I made last night, and we're going to use this as our template to drill the hole for the other side. So basically, same dealy as what I did with the whatchamacallit, the fender, using the fender bracket. I'm just gonna scribe this, and then we're just gonna punch that hole out there. This one should be a little easier because it's smaller, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but so this is the hole. This is the hole where the bolt for the slider will go through. Okay, so I went and scribed it. So now we're just going to go punch another hole through this. Okay, so I went and used the punch again on it, and then so I kind of looked at it. None of the steps actually really fit that hole in the washer. But I'm going to cut through the first step and then the second step, and then when it gets to the third one, we'll stop. And I think I'm going to switch to a 5/16 drill bit or something. We'll figure it out. Well, we'll do the first two first, and we'll see if the bolt goes through it. All right, here goes. Doing that. Okay. So I busted through it with the first two steps, and I want to go see if the bolt goes through it. Okay, so these are the bolts that we'll be using, and it does fit. Woo! It fits like a glove. It fits. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, so we're good. This one is done, pretty much. What I could do is probably clean it up a little bit, and obviously we're going to have to paint it after. It's steel, it's going to rust. So, yeah, basically I'm going to round off the edges so they're not so sharp, and then that's pretty much it. It's pretty much done already. And there's this blemished part. You could probably use this either way. You could probably flip it and it'll be fine. So you could use it either way. I'll probably get a reamer and clean out all the little burrs in here, but for the most part it fits perfectly, like right on the money. So it's good. So before we start the other one, yeah, before I finish the other one, we're going to go try and install this right now. Alright, it's the moment of truth. Alright, so here we go. So we got our slider here. It looks like it fits on there perfectly. There's a little bit of this part hanging out here, but I think that'll be fine. That's fine. Then we're going to go put our nut, our bolt on one side. For now, we'll just let it stick out as much as we want. But I'm going to shorten this a little bit later. It looks like it's sticking out a little too much. We could just add a wash. Actually, we probably should add a washer to the other side. So, yeah. Let me go. Okay, so if you remember correctly, this is what the washer that's in here originally looked like. So we're going to use that one. It's okay. It sticks out the other end a little bit too much, but that's okay for now. We'll get a smaller washer, I guess. So, there you go. That goes on there like that. Unfortunately, I don't think this closed end will work on this, so I want to go get the locking nut. Okay, so there it is. So I wound up adding another washer in the back to give the skateboard wheel a little bit more support. I'm going to go tighten this. Not too tight for now. Or this is our prototype. Man, this is not a good ratchet. the wrong size too, by the way. It's a little too big. Okay, it's not too tight. Alright, there you go. That's what it looks like. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a steg peg is what it reminds me of. But it's pretty good. That's actually the way I would want it. I would want it just to stick out just a little bit, just a hair. Alright, well let's go install this and see if it works.
Okay, here we go. This is the first test fit of the HadesOmegaSpec rear Supermoto slider for the Sauron Lightbeat. So before I did this, I made sure that the adjusters were out and they were tight. So, because that way you won't lose what your adjustment was on the chain. Yeah, and then you're going to need a 17 mil and a 6 millimeter to keep the axle from moving. So basically, we're just gonna do the right side for now. The other side's a little harder because you have to take the whole axle out, and I would have to get like a stand or something for the bike. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna take this nut off right now. I should have just got my impact gun. Oh boy, it's pretty tight. Okay. Okay, so now the nut is out, and then now we gotta take the adjuster block out, because our little thing is gonna sit behind it. So if I can get it out. Okay, so adjuster block is out, and then now this is gonna just sit behind where the adjuster block is, just like that. Hopefully, it looks like I drilled the hole properly, so it looks good. Alright, so I'm gonna go put this in here, and hopefully it fits in the channel. Yes, it does. And man, boy, is it precise. Yeah, it is. It's really close. In fact, it might be touching. You might be touching the swing arm. I don't know, but let's move this out a little bit. There we go. Okay. See, HadesOmega's having a little bit of trouble with this adjuster block. If the adjuster block is on there so tight. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, it's in there. Looks good. And then we're going to put our nut in here. So remember, we have the longer axle width. Will it work with the stock axle? I don't know. We'll try it with the stock axle also. I think maybe, like, I kind of feel that they didn't really need to give you a longer axle with that. Okay, so that, and then we're gonna go tighten this up. Let's just make it snug for now because I gotta take it back out anyway. So there it is. How do you like them apples, man? That works. How sturdy is it? It's solid, dude. That's solid as a rock, man. That ain't moving anywhere. All right. I'm really happy with that. It looks the part, dude. If anything, I feel like it should be a little closer to the axle, and the axle does stick out a lot still. Maybe we can just put that fender back on. I don't know, man. All right. So let's go take a closer look at it. There it is. HadesOmega's rear Supermoto slider block for the Sauron Lightbeat. You could probably install this with the dirt wheels too. But well, you probably wouldn't want it. Like I said, this is only for to use at the racetrack. So there it is. It's solid, man. I'm pretty sure if the bike went down, it's gonna slide on this. So yeah, good stuff. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It turned out the way I wanted it to. So so that's the way it works. It's kind of, so I'll show you kind of how the sandwich works. The plate is it's behind the adjuster block, and then the nut pushes it in like that. So basically, this is a plate that
it's like a big washer sort of that rests behind the adjuster block. And like I said, what really inspired me to make this is the Warp 9 slider block dealie, slider adjustment block. That's the whole deal though. And the Suron X fender. The Suron X fender mounts exactly like this. So that's how I knew this would probably work if I copied that. So, and there it is. It works good and it's stiff. It does add a little bit of weight to the back of the bike. I'll weigh the whole unit when we take it off. We're like 90% done. All we got to do is obviously we got to make another one. The other one is like 75% done. I just need to drill the holes, and then we need to paint this, smoothen out the edges, paint this, and then we're done. Hopefully there will be less axles sticking out when we put the other side on. Yeah, it should be a little bit less. The thickness of this metal was about the same as the X fender, so I don't know what the deal is, but as you can see, it does not interfere with the chain at all. There's still sufficient clearance behind it. It doesn't stick out from this swing arm at all, even with the washers. So that's good. We could also add more washers. I didn't think about that. We can add more washers to make this stick out some more, but I think it's fine the way it is right now. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it like this. I think that's fine. So on this side, here's how the sandwich works on here. We got our bolt, we got a washer, and then the plate, and another washer to give the wheel a little support because it's actually hanging off. I think this should be just a little bit longer. If it was just a little bit longer, it would be better. And yeah, so there's nothing sharp or anything to snag on, sorta. But that's why we're gonna round off the edges of this to make it a little nicer. But yeah, that's how I envisioned it, and there we go. It looks good, man. I really don't want to do anything else to it other than paint it. so I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So we're about 90% done. We just got to do the finishing touches now, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I'll get the other one made up, and then we'll go install the other one, and then we'll see if it works with the stock axle too. I still have the stock axle. All right, HadesOmega out. Okay, HadesOmega here. So I made the second one. This is actually the first one right here. The second one's already on there. I already put it on the end, so I'm going to try to install both of them at the same time, and then we're going to try to put the stock axle back in and see if it'll be okay. Dude, you may be able to use this and the X fender at the same time. Who knows? But oh no, you can't because it would hit the slider. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go. I've already got it on the stand, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the wheel off, and we'll take the axle out, and then just shove this in the tweener. This is the harder one to get out because you have to actually take the axle out. All right, here goes. It looks good. It looks like it looks kind of funny though. It does look kind of funny because the it's way in the back here. But yeah, so there it is. It's on. That's the first time you've seen it on the left right there. It's pretty solid. It's not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure that'll take a hit pretty good. It looks like it's. For some reason, it looks like it's like tilted this way, but it doesn't really matter. Either directions, it'll do its job. All its job is to do is to slide on the ground or protect the subframe. So there it is. Looks good. So no interference with the rotor at all. Looks good. Same with the other side. No interference with the chain or the sprocket. I hope. Let me spin this. Looks good. They're on there nice and solid. This is how much axle we have left. About 1, 2, 3 threads left. As you can see, the adjuster block is pressed out a little bit, but it's still doing its job. And I knew it would do that because this is the same thickness as it is on the X fender. So there it is, mission complete. It's done. So I gotta go take it all out again, and then we have to paint it. We have to paint it because it's made out of steel. So unfortunately, also I'll weigh it I'll weigh the whole unit when we're done painting it, and I guess that's it. I'll show you what it looks like with the final product. I had already I rounded off the edges a little bit so it wouldn't be super sharp, and I smoothed it out nicely. I'm probably just gonna probably just clean up the faces so we can paint it nicely, and then we're gonna go shoot some low gloss black on it. That's what we're gonna paint it with. The same color as this one, for the foot pegs. All right, so it looks like it turned out pretty well. So, okay, so before we take this apart, before I go paint all this stuff, let's go see if the stock axle will fit. I have the stock axle right here, so I'll go throw that on real quick, and we'll see if we can still use that axle. Okay, he's back, and I have installed the shorter axle, so the longer one is right here. And the shorter one is installed right now. As you can see, so before there was like 2 or 3 threads sticking out of it, and there's like 0 threads sticking out of it now. It still works. You can still torque it. This is actually torqued to 40 foot-pounds. You can still torque it, but I don't think it's like really doing its job, the locking nut, if the threads aren't popping out of it. So it would be a good idea. You could do this. You could install these if you have the stock axle, but I would suggest that you use the extended axle from the Suron X fender for the Light B X fender, because it's a little longer, and that's the way it should be, unless you can find a way to put a cotter pin in there or something. So yeah, that's the only way I would. I think it's better to use the longer axle. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put the longer axle on. But okay, so I'm gonna take it off, and then we're gonna go paint it, and then that'll be it for tonight. And then when it's all said and done, I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, Hades Omega recommends that you use the extended axle from the Suron Light B X fender. Like I said, if you ask Lunicycle, they might have one lying around, or just buy the X fender. It's $25. I know it's kind of a waste to buy a fender and not really use it. You could even just buy the fender and then drill the holes in it and then stick the sliders in there if you want. If you didn't want to make these plates, but I don't plan on using the X fender, I think. All right, so clean them up and paint them, and then we'll be done for the front and the back. All right, it looks nice. Pretty happy with it. All right, here's my go.